Titanfall. Maybe it wasn't such a bad game after all. Maybe it wasn't so overrated. And yes, I just got kicked by a freaking grunt. What's up, guys? Beast Armada here. I got some Titanfall gameplay. This is some pretty high action. So, what made me want to play this game was Blob was playing with me, and we just been playing some Minecraft on the Xbox One. As it stands right now, if you have it on the 360, you can upgrade it for $5. So that's pretty cheap instead of paying another 20 or so. If you didn't have it, so that's pretty nice. So if you want to upgrade now, you might want to do it quick before that offer goes away. I'm not sure how long they'll do it, but I just want to let you guys know that. But we've been playing some Minecraft, and they said, you know what, let's change it up a little bit. You want to try and play some more Titanfall? So I said, yeah, sure, let's give it a chance. So I went back and played it, and it's not that I dislike the game by any means. I never disliked Titanfall, but I felt like the game was lacking content. For some reason, it just felt like it was lacking it. And it just felt a little bit too little of content. As you guys know, that's why Titanfall seemed to fail to a lot of people. A lot of people just didn't care for the game. It didn't pique their interest too long and all that good stuff. But I think it's kind of a overzealous kind of thing, where if you get too much of it, yes, you will definitely, essentially it'll be like eating a lot of cake or just a lot of sweets. You'll feel full and just, just terrible. But if you just take little bites of it ever so often and you just play it ever so often, it's actually a pretty fun game. And I think the core part of the game is actually really brilliant. Obviously, not everything is perfect about this game, but I think overall, it's a simplistic, fun shooter that you can just play for a few hours and put down and, still feel good, usually. It depends on your session, of course, but for the most part, whenever we played, we had a good time. And we recently started playing a lot of Capture the Flag, which was a ton of fun. I really like this game mode because you get into some intense scenarios, and some of the matches get really neck and neck. It just depends, obviously, on the people that you're versing. If you're versing full parties or whatever, it doesn't even have to be full parties, but if you're versing really good opponents that coordinating really well or just doing really good, and those matches get really intense, man. It's a lot of fun, and you get some crazy scenarios. I mean, I'll try and put some clips in here where I've just gotten some insane scenarios. Be expecting some more Titanfall gameplay as well. I've gotten some pretty crazy clips I think you guys will really enjoy. I know a lot of people may not want to see Titanfall, but I did my best to make this gameplay as exciting as possible. I know a lot of people don't play Titanfall like it's supposed to be played. They play it like it's Call of Duty, so to speak, or just a random standard gun and run and gun shooter. And I don't think that's how Titanfall is meant to be played, because it's not intended to be played that way. That's why a lot of people got bored of Titanfall, because they try to play it like Call of Duty or Battlefield, where you just run around on the ground and all that. You gotta play it like Titanfall, man. You gotta get in those Titans, and you gotta, PTFO and do all that cool stuff. And I think that's what really makes this game fun. I actually really like the Titans now that I've been playing them a lot, and using the Atlas, I believe it's the medium tier. It's not the heavy, and it's not the Strider. It's not the Ogre, which is the heavy armored one. It's the one in the middle. I'm trying to decide which one I like more between it and the Strider. I still think I like the Atlas better, just because it's got a little bit of best of both worlds. It's not, got too little of armor, but it's also not too slow, so it's got a good little healthy balance there. And then I like to pair it with this triple threat, which is a complete beast. If you get extended mags for it, it helps out a lot. And these things are good for clearing out buildings, man. Then I put cluster bomb on it, or cluster missile, I believe. And that thing is just great for clearing out buildings and stuff. If you think someone's on a roof, you can just shoot a few of these triple threat grenades up there, and it'll clear their ass out really quick. And that's just really useful. That's something I found out. And it's also not too bad against Titans either, especially if you use the Atlas damage boost, which helps out a lot. Whenever you put that on, you can put out a lot of damage in a short period of time if you do it properly. So you just gotta know when to use your stuff, man. That's the other thing I like about the Titans. It feels like more of a chess game, where you have to know when to use your perks and abilities. So like, you have to know when you want to use your missiles and your electric smoke or whatever other special ability you have. I personally prefer electric smoke, not just because I don't like Titans or pilots rodeoing me, and getting on and destroying my Titan, but it's also good for Capture the Flag if you want to, hide the position of the flag carrier. Because what I like to do is be a slayer, so to speak, and usually Blob and I are, just basically teaming up against these guys, and he'll usually get the flag and ride on my Titan, because you can do that. You can't get in the Titan, now I think they updated it where you can't get in your Titan now. I know it's like that currently. I don't know if it used to be where you could get in your Titan with the flag, but I think they did patch it recently. And so what he would do is just rodeo me and just basically ride his way to our base. And then usually stuff like that usually goes pretty well. It just depends. And stuff like that, like the electric smoke, will help conceal you a little bit better. And jump kick right into this guy. I thought that was a pretty cool little transition, but yeah, man, I guess that one guy was AFK. He was just chilling, but yeah, man, this game's a lot of fun. You just gotta go and not take it seriously and just goof off and play and have a good time. I suggest playing with 1 to 2 other friends. I don't really like playing in full parties because, you know, a lot of the times people are fighting for kills and it just gets a little bit too crazy. But, you know, if you got 1 or 2 friends you want to game with, man, this is definitely a good thing to do, is just hop on some Titanfall or just, you know, any game. But I'd say Titanfall's a good little casual shooter to play. It's a lot of fun, but that's just a few things I want to talk about in this video. Just kind of really enjoying myself, just chilling and trying to mix it up a little bit and just play and give you guys some new content. So I've been playing some Titanfall, as you can obviously tell, and I got a bunch of other gameplay I'd like to show you guys. I've also been streaming it, so you know, if you want to watch some of the streams or whatever, I usually, again, stream in the evenings. I've been trying to get a little bit earlier because I know how people's schedules are. It's kind of hard whenever it's really late at night, so just check in, you know, every so often with my streams. I never know really exactly when I'm going to stream. It could be random, so I just try to usually put a video up and tweet, so, you know, just try to stay up to date with that. But that's pretty much going to be it for this video, guys. If you feel free to leave any comments down on any games you'd like to try to see on this channel, and I'll do my best to bring that to you. From what games I have right now, I do have all the Far Cry's on PC, so maybe I can bring you guys that. But other than that, you guys, of course, have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.